Slow pace. And we are green flag racing. Thunder builds on a turn 4. Savannah Lovell ducks it down right behind Tracy Denby Jr. Here comes Ron Brown on the 58, getting the gas pedal and a good exit on a turn number 2. We stay clean and green through lap number 1. Savannah Lovell trying to do what she can to chase down the always fast and smooth Tracy Denby Jr. Good corner there for the both of them. Lovell gaining ground through turns 3 and 4. She may have something here for that B&D Motorsports number 15. That A1 Reynolds 83 loses a little bit of real estate. Gathering it back up, puts another good corner together in 3 and 4. Easy on the gas, not spinning the tires. There's a moment to capitalize as Denby Jr. gets a little sideways up there on the cushion. Two laps to go for your race leader, Tracy Denby Jr. White flag waving for the 15 of Mr. Tracy Denby Jr. Denby Jr. out of 4, put it on together at the stripe. 15, Tracy Denby Jr. getting all right, folks, here we are. Limited modified A main on the track right now. The green flag is going to drop. It's showtime. Howard Willis in the 23 leads them down into turns 1 and 2 with the 45 of Mr. Joe Butler to his right. Joe Butler taking the higher line around the racing surface. Howard Willis not straying from the bottom. Once again, door to door for the race lead. Advantage into turns 1 and 2 is going to be Joe Butler in the 45. And he's going to get the spot and the advantage. New race leader all on his own, Mr. Joe Butler from Cleveland, Texas. But Willis isn't done yet. Peaks it down into turns 3 and 4. One, two, three, Butler, Willis, and Bridges. Willis gets the nose up there towards the quarter panel. He reels him in just enough. And mistake by Butler. And he's going to stack up but keep going. Restart him here. Willis takes him out of 4. Chris Adams on that 15C to the inside of Mr. Sajelski. Adams to the bottom, Sajelski in the 420 taking the Middle of the racing surface and trying to work around both of them right now is the 15 of Tracy Denby Jr. Junior gets to the inside of Sajelski. Can he get the pass the exit of 4? Yes, he does. Good battle for the third place spot. Adams, Denby Jr. Denby Jr. easy on the gas. Trying to make the bottom work. Sajelski in the 420 doing the same line as Denby Jr. Got a little crossed up in 1 and 2. There goes Denby Jr. once again off the bottom. He's got that nose of that car as close to them tractor tires as he can. Trying to find any bit of moisture in the racing surface. Adams now reeling in the 46 of Randy Bridges. Bridges has not strayed from the bottom line of the racing surface, and neither has Adams or Denby Jr. This is going to be one of the instances of the first man to make the mistake, loses the spot, and now within striking distance, he's up to the doors. Denby Jr. down into turns 3 and 4. Drag race down the front stretch. Denby Jr. with the advantage down into turns 1 and 2. Backs it on into the corner, gets the spot and the advantage all on his own with now Randy Bridges setting the crosshairs. Adams says he's not done yet. 15C hanging right there with Denby Jr. not letting him walk away. Denby Jr. got up to the quartered panel of Randy Bridges in 1 and 2. Setting him up now for turns 3 and 4. Denby Jr. to the bottom. Hits that same spot. Exiting wide was Bridges. The man out front, though, all on his own. The man, the myth and the legend, Mr. Howard Willis in the 23. Those gold digger shocks from Earl Baxter and 41 Shocks have that car planting that left rear and getting drive out of the corner. Taking it out. A white flag. One more lap for Howard Willis. Inherited the lead after the 45J of Joe Butler went around on his own in 3 and 4. And now here he is out of turn 4. Put it on together, folks, for the 23 of Mr. Howard Willis. Good pace, Ellender. Side by side, they stay together. It quickens up, but they still maintain side by side. So that's going to be a great start. Out of 4 down into turns 1 and 2. Pushing up is going to be Josh Ellender. Here comes Randy. Corn dog level to the inside. Crossing over on the exit. Side by side, Ellender and Lovell. Drivers working the lower lines of the racing surface on those asphalt pull-offs. Around goes the 3 of Hayden Parsley. And he's going to get it under power and keep that yellow flag in the pocket. And Randy Lovell getting up there in the marbles in turns 1 and 2, trying to do whatever he can as far as finding a line to reel in the 50 of Josh Ellender. Ellender was not with us last night, working his way into the A main here this afternoon for day 2 of the Spring Havoc. Two laps to go for your race leader in the 27, Mr. Dalton Faulkner. Dalton Faulkner on that white flag lap. And here it is to the checkered flag, the 27 of Mr. Dalton Faulkner. Nice and even up front. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, green flag racing. Leading them down into turns 1 and 2 is Dylan Alasko, and around goes Dalton Faulkner. On the radio as we go nice and slow out of turn 4. Green flag is up and the hammer is down. 3 wide down the front stretch into turns 1 and 2. Faulkner on the gas. Castile in the middle, hits the brakes, and now Vanderpool and Faulkner side by side down the back stretch into turns 3 and 4. Out front after 1 is going to be Dylan Alasko in the 41. Charging hard, the 27 of Dalton Faulkner. Faulkner looks to the inside of Ryan Roberts. Here comes Dalton Faulkner quickly, charging for the race lead. 27 down low, 41 of Dylan putting Alasko to the outside. Smoke pouring out of the 6X, and it looks like it just went. Kyle Berry, killing mosquitoes, makes it to the infield. Green flag stays out as the battle heats up. Faulkner staying to the bottom line of the racing surface. Alasko working the middle. Door to door on a turn 4 once again. Slide advantage into the corner is going to be Dylan Alasko in the number 41. Puddin holding on, but here comes Faulkner. Alasko not giving him any room, drives it in a little deeper into the corner, sets the higher line of the racing service. Wheel to wheel out of turn 2. Neither driver straying from that line. They've both found success in it. They are dead even. Faulkner in the 27 ran last night in Cleveland, Texas, got the factory stock win. Drove over today trying to double up this weekend. And in the 41, Alasko raced up there at Heart of Texas on Friday night, finished second place. Had another second place here last night in the dash to Ryan Roberts. And now trying to hold on to this spot and give a little something to Dalton Faulkner. Working his way from the back. 83 of Randy Corndog Lovell, now door to door with Ryan Roberts in the 2R. Cross flags halfway home for your race leader, Dalton Faulkner. Lovell looking to the inside of turns 3 and 4 off the exit. Lovell with a great run out of turn 2. Has the slight advantage on the bottom line into turns 3 and 4. If he can make it stick, he's got the spot out of turn 4. Randy Lovell in the third place spot. Josh Ellender in the number 50 working to get around the 2R. Ryan Roberts sets the top, hits the brakes, cuts it low on a turn 2 and down the backstretch. Door to door. Red, white, and blue of Ellender working the bottom. Ryan Roberts has not moved off the middle line of the racing surface. Roberts crossing over underneath Ellender. This could be his chance to get to the bottom line of the racing surface. That seems to be the quick line here in the factory stocks. Kenny Berry holding off the 3 of Mr. John Parsley. Parsley showed up this afternoon. Started in the back. Trying to get up there into that 7th place spot. Parsley on the bottom gets the drive out of turn 2. Sets him up in turns 3 and 4. Parsley getting it out of turn 4, ladies and gentlemen. The advantage out of the corner. Into 1 and 2. It's going to be Parsley. 2 laps to go for your race leader, Dalton Faulkner. Big battle towards the back for the 7th place spot. But you know what? Out front, Dalton Faulkner, nice and smooth we go. Worked side by side, lap after lap with Dylan Alasko, and he's now 1 lap away from getting himself the prized gator head for the Spring Havoc. Out of turn number 4, ladies and gentlemen, put it on together for the 27 of Mr. Dalton Faulkner. Here we are, it's green flag racing time. Double file right now. Here it is, side by side into turns 1 and 2. Tim Boudreau getting right there with him is Mr. Michael Brown in the 27. Sticking the nose to the bottom, here comes Jeremy Richardson in the 23. Good battle for the top 3 spots right now. You can put a blanket from the 35 to the 23. Richardson trying to peek to the inside of Michael Brown once again, not going to be there. Here comes the 21 of Lewis Schneider looking to the inside of Twardesky into turns 3 and 4. Twardesky pushes up in the middle of the corner. Opportunity for Schneider, but speaking of opportunities, here's one right now for Jeremy Richardson in the 23. Sets the car in, is going to look to drive underneath Michael Brown, and not there on the exit of turn 2. (9-11) and Nathan Renfro in the 21 of Lewis Snyder got themselves a good battle for that spot in the top 5. Lewis Snyder gave it up just moments ago, Nathan Renfro, but Snyder's not done yet. Renfro did not race the Outlaw Street Stock last night. He brought it out today for day 2, and he's starting to reel in Twardesky just a little bit. Curtis Twardesky in the black number 9. Working his way towards the 23 of Jeremy Richardson. Richardson and Brown battling for position in the second place spot. And Michael Brown is not phased. Richardson's throwing everything he's got at him. Here we are, good exit right there. Getting up to the door is going to be Richardson. He's got something working for him. If he could just put it all together, he could take down the 27 of Michael Brown. Brown staying to the middle of the racing surface. Richardson stays down low. Here it is, door to door once again. It turns 1 and 2. Down the backstretch, drag race into turn 3. Advantage is going to go to Michael Brown in the 27. 23, Richardson looking for it. Oh, he's going to scrub some speed off on the exit of turn 4. Cross flags, 10 laps down of the scheduled 20. Jeremy Richardson not giving up. Here we are, drag race once again. Will he get the whole shot down into the corner? Richardson seems to have the nose out in the advantage. Can he pull it off and seal the deal? Almost. Michael Brown still has a slight chance with this one, and that's going to maybe do it for him on the exit of turn 2. Spot and advantage all the way to the 23 of Jeremy Richardson. Down to the front stretch, 35B of Tim Boudreau. Dealing with lap traffic right now, 747 of Mr. Robbie Absher and Lewis Snyder in the 21. Boudreau is not straight from the middle of the racing surface. He's got that car hooked up, set up right where he wants it to be. Trying the top, 747 of Robbie Absher. Scrubs off some speed. Here comes your leader, the inside down the backstretch. Tim Boudreau last night was able to carry that left front tire almost all the way around this quarter mile. But that has since changed. Track conditions here in the afternoon dried out a little bit sooner than anticipated. So now it is going to come down to driving skill and not who can just put a power plant to the ground. And he is showing that skill. You can see him keeping that car nice and smooth all the way through the corner. Wheels not getting very crossed up. The straighter you keep your wheels, the straighter and faster you'll go through that corner. Jeremy Richardson working with that lap traffic now. Peeking to the inside, 2 laps to go for your race leaders. And Richardson gets on by Absher. White flag waving for the 35B of Mr. Tim Boudreau. Good exit on there for the 23 of Richardson. Smooth pass to the 21 of Lewis Snyder. And now here we go in turn 3. And out of turn 4, ladies and gentlemen, the 35B of Mr. Tim Boudreau. Our green flag is dropped. And we are racing. Kent Lewis Jr. pouring smoke out of that 8TW. SUS, second heat to staging. SUS, second heat to staging. Second heat of staging, SUS. Out front, looking good, calm, cool, and collected. 82C of Christian Kinnison. Working the top of the racing surface, finding what moisture is up there. Two laps to go for Kinnison down the front stretch. Good looking car, that I'm going to say electric yellow, just bouncing right off of that black background. It is a scorer's dream as he now takes that white flag with one more lap and 4 more corners before he chalks this one up to be a great heat race. Have him sitting pretty for the feature. Still staying at the top of the racing service in 3 and out of 4, Mr. Christian Kinnison. Matt Miggle setting the pace. We'll see if we're going to call that a good start. Oliver, the 1-0, all the way out of the gas to gather it back up. Matt Miggle, the 99, looking to the inside. Weldon Buford to the outside in the 28. Buford looking to the outside once again. He's finding a little bit of a groove that his car is going to work with. Dives it to the middle. Here comes Matt Miggle on the bottom as well. Weldon Buford putting some good corners together, staying ahead of Matt Miggle. And now Matt Miggle driving up wheel to wheel with the 28 of Weldon Buford. Miggle looks to the bottom, easy on the gas. Two laps to go right now for this battle for the second place spot. Matt Miggle's able to get right up to Weldon Buford and go wheel to wheel, but can't get past him after that. White flag waving for Oliver out front. San Antonio, Texas native looking good. Found the cushion that is starting to build up a little bit. Planted the right rear in it, and now here we are. He's going to dive her to the bottom. In turns 3 and 4, hold on, easy on the gas. Checkered flag waving for the 1-0, Michael Oliver. Harris and Bo Smith take them down the front stretch. And we got one down on the front stretch. Harris is going to set them loose right here. Here comes Tyler Harris in the 24 trying to work the inside of Rod Craddock for the third place spot. Watt went around in top of turn 1 and 2. One lap down of the schedule, 2019, more to go. Jacob Harris sets them loose. Christian Kinnison in the 82C looks to the inside of the 22L of Kent Lewis, senior, down the backstretch. Low and slow ride around the bottom is where it's going to sit. Here comes Tyler Harris, Rod Craddock into turns 1 and 2. Tyler Harris trying to get underneath Rod Craddock. Craddock had a great run last night and last weekend as well out front. And the 26, Jacob Harris, the flying fish tank. Marsh waterproofing, Harris muffler and brake. He won the dash last night. And he's starting to dash away from Bo Smith in that second place spot. Back to third. is going to be Tyler Harris and Rod Craddock. Harris trying to enter just a little higher to try to get a little inside line on Craddock, but Craddock is staying right around the tires, not giving an inch. Coming up on lap traffic is going to be Jacob Harris in the 26, coming to Chris Henson in the 35. He's going to have to work around very quickly because here comes Bo Smith in the 14, charging hard. Jacob's going to try to length off the bottom. Stays a width out. Here comes Bo Smith to the inside. Bo Smith wheel to wheel with Jacob Harris. Lap traffic going to be key, and Harris is going to get by, as is Smith. Wheel spin by Bo Smith allows lap car 35 of Chris Henson to get back up there. And now Tyler Harris barely missing the 35 of Chris Henson as he gets past lap car as well, reeling back in the 7 of Rod Craddock. Chris Henson in the 35 having problems slowing on the racing surface. We are halfway home. Gets it back under power, gets in front of the 22L of Kent Lewis Sr. Moving right along, we go back to the front. 26, Jacob Harris flying on past the 3 of Teresa Waller. Henson down to the infield. And now with a crosshair sat on the 99 of Matt Miggle. Your second place spot has 2 cars between he and your race leader. Bo Smith driving it hard. Here comes now Tyler Harris to the 14 of Bo Smith as Rod Craddock worked his way by on the bottom. Rod Craddock in that white and black number 7 looking to try to get underneath the 3 of Teresa Waller in turns 1 and 2, down one more spot. Bo Smith right there with Rod Craddock and Tyler Harris. The battle for the second place spot is going to keep heating up right now. Everyone staying right around the bottom. One mistake, and there you go. Jacob Harris hung up trying to get past Matt Miggle. Slowing down off the pace a touch is the 1-0 of Michael Oliver from San Antonio in 1 and 2. Scrubs off some speed. Gets it back under power. Falls in line. Rod Craddock in that second place spot. Working through lap traffic, trying to reel in. The Harris muffler and brake marsh waterproofing 26 of Jacob Harris. Harris ran well last night during the dash. Talked to his crew before the race, and they said they threw the sink at the setup, and they hope they hit it. And right now, if he can hold on to this one, he may have thrown the sink and caught it as we are 2 laps to go for your Harris Muffler and Brake 26. Rod Craddock in the 7, not giving up. Here comes Tyler Harris in the 24 as well. White flag waving for your race leader, Mr. Jacob Harris. Harris out of 2 down the backstretch. He's got a gator head in his hands if he can get it out of turns 3 and 4. Put it on together for the 26 of Jacob Harris.